is Praxedes Kageha, an Associate Advocate at MMS Advocates LLP, and I'm here to talk to us about company registration. I'll be focusing more on private companies that are limited by shares, and I'm with my colleague Vicky, who will be asking me the commonly asked questions revolving around company registration. Welcome, Vicky.
Thank you, Praxi. So what is the process of registering a private company in Kenya?
Well, the process begins with gathering all the information you need for registration. And of course, the information you need, first of all, is the company information itself, which begins all the way from the company names. And at the moment, you need at least 3 proposed names. And then you will have to get the proposed company address, the proposed company objectives, and the proposed phone and email address for the company. And then now move to the next level where you have to now get the information for the proposed shareholders of the company and or directors, because you can decide to either be the shareholders will be the same as the directors, or they could be 2 different people. Yes, so once you know how many shareholders you'll have in the company, then you'll get the information from them, which starts all the way from their identification documents. The identification documents will assist you get their names, their identification number, whether it's a passport or an ID number, and their date of birth. Then you'll have to get their PIN, which is not mandatory, because at the moment the company registry has come up with a system where it automatically generates the shareholder's PIN when you key in the information. But just so that you're on the safer side, just request for it. And then get their addresses, their phone number, and their email addresses. Yes, and then once you have all that information gathered, then you can go ahead and file the application. As I said earlier, the company registry has come up with a 1-step process, all the way from name reservation to the application for registration, as opposed to what it was before. You'd actually have to do the name search first, wait for 2 days, and then make the application. As we speak, it's a 1-step process, so you'll have to key in all your 3 proposed names and then proceed and make the application for registration. Of course, now it is an online process. It will prompt you in the filling in of the information, and then later on forms will be generated for the proposed shareholders and directors to sign, and then uploaded back, and payment is made.
All
Yes.
right. So is this the same process for foreigners?
Well, the process is the same, save for a slight change when it comes to the PIN. What has happened is the company registry has merged its process with Kenya Revenue Authority, so that upon registration it automatically generates a PIN for the company. Now what that means is that, you know, at least one of the shareholders or directors with the registered company must have a PIN. Now the problem comes in when, of course, there's no director shareholder in the registered company who has a PIN, and which leads me to the point that, of course, a foreigner can own a business in Kenya. And whether foreign or citizen in Kenya, you can own a business alone. But now the challenge comes in for foreigners if they do not have a Kenyan PIN. So if one is a foreigner and they wish to register a company, for it to be easier for them, then they'll need to first get a PIN, a Kenyan PIN, KRA PIN, for them to register the company, so that when it comes to the application for the company PIN, it is easier for them to get it.
So how long does it take?
Well, it takes 3 to 5 days to register a private company limited by shares.
So is this all an online process, or do we need to go to the registry?
Yes, it is all online. It is an online process all the way from PIN procurement, if they are foreigners, all the way to registration. You'll actually get your registration documents together with your KRA PIN.
Okay, thank you, Praxi, for that.